store for you in this one. A top 10 showdown early in the season, a measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Jackets will kick it away first. And the opening kickoff sails out of bounds. Maybe a little bit of nerves and hopefully not an omen for the way this season's going to go. Looking to pass, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game. They have a lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you... You're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Moves. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fleming. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on 1st down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a start for the defense. And I tell you what, this might start to affect how I call the game and what I think the offense can do. Because if this rain keeps coming down and affecting the throwing, this allows me to be way more aggressive.
Makes a grab down the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
He's got an open man. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
This crowd knows when to bring it. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Yellow Jackets looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. To the air, it's Carr. He's going up top. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Just keeps slinging it. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Punt is in the air. So much for the wet ball drill. He muffed it, and it's loose on the ground. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. On the ground, it's Maddox. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a man, it's Grimes. Makes the grab, it's Stockton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
To the air on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Showing the arm strength to the left. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. A low line drive and not his best work. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Powell. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
He's brought down near the 49-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
Georgia Tech, 7.
First play of the period, first down here. The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Sends it downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, we know these are slow conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. It didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He'll try it again. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Got the quick completion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Back to throw, it's Grimes. Get it out on the screen. They almost got a first down there, stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Forced out of the pocket. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's caught. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. He's got it on the run. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Texas is in front. They've played awfully well today in DKR. And while there's no Ricky Williams or Earl Campbell out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 7 over Texas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to throw, it's Carr. Finds the tight end. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
That's a great job by the wide receiver understanding where the first down marker is. Don't mess around. Don't run 2 yards short. Get to the first down, catch the football, move the sticks, get an extra set of downs.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Under fire. Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
And the Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Rushes on him, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Quarterback extends the play. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it for a big play. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore is not afraid to show off the gun.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. The throw to the outside is complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. On the option. Quick toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Grimes. He's moving out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short. Got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
The volley cheers going on high. And here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And the punt will be marked dead just inside the 45-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Going right to work up top. Right down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Maddox. Now the toss. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The offense will quickly use a timeout. One more snap coming before halftime. Back to pass, it's Grimes. Into the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They'll run the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The screen, he's got wheels. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Grimes. Back open in the middle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They just keep firing. Grab near the sticks. It's Stockton. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Here's the pressure. They get to him as he throws.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Buys a little extra time. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Irish send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. He'll ride his man on the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Now on the option. Slithers into space. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Dropping back, it's Grimes. Trying to set up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Punt is on its way. No fair catches here, looking for room. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They'll line up for a second down play. The offense changing the play. Second down, he'll throw it. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Snagged out of the air. Still running at the 40. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Going to swing it on second down. Oh, they're after him. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and threw it away. It'll be third down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5.
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Irish. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This drive will open looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. They go back to work in the final period of this one. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The screen, he can go. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they took the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To throw, it's Grimes. Here comes the heat. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by 10 over Ohio State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll start this drive firing. He turns it loose to the left. Makes a grab on the shot. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Price. Looking for room at the 30. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give out of the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Carr. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that everything just right with a big play coming. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The give as they work on that clock. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
The screen, and watch out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Grimes. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Assuming they can wrap this one up, guys, they've served notice early in the season. Winning a game like this, that this passing game will have to be dealt with.
Yeah, top 10 team, too, because everybody knew the talent they had coming back on offense, the playmakers at the skill positions. And, David, we've seen it early this season. In this game, they've been throwing it all over the yard.
Yeah, but you do want to see it against good competition. So that's what's fun about today, like proving it against a really good team. We can talk about, you know, this guy's a star, this guy's a star. Now doing it like this on this stage, now I'm a believer.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the run. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Fires downfield and wings it incomplete. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The play-action fake. Fires left. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's still a three-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but...
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Carr. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
The bad news, he didn't get the first down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have one timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. He wants a big play here late. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. Fourth down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Makes the grab ready for the first down. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
Listen, it's go time. We're trailing. It's the fourth quarter. We got to get a little bit more aggressive. I like the call. I like going for it, and especially because we made the completion and got the first down.
Under fire. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
What a great job by the quarterback. He had to be pinpoint accurate on that touchdown pass, giving his offense the lead here with just seconds to go in the game.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Grimes. He's going up top here late in the game. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Bringing it back. And this defense puts an exclamation point on this one. Brought down after the pick, and time has run out. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make